Hello, everybody.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good.
It's another Monday night. Look, we're here again.
We're here.
Yes, we are. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and share the show out on your
Share,
social
share, share,
media.
share, share. And if you're on
Share it to
YouTube,
all your friends.
like and subscribe. Please, please, please. And share, share, share.
That's it. Share, share, share. All over, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh
If
yeah.
you got an account, send it there too.
So, guys, we got the best couple ever on the show tonight. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
we do.
Oh man, I love these two so much. They host the best show, Paracon. Everybody loves going. It's a lot of fun, and everybody just
Mhm.
is so down to earth. And they keep it all together, and they do it, and it just gets better every year.
And I'm
Tonight,
so excited.
guys.
I get to go with you guys this year to it. I'm
Yes.
just stoked about it because you know Gettysburg is one of my favorite places in the world to investigate. It'd be like going home again.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it is.
excited to have you back, Blaine. I tell you.
Oh, I'm gonna be loud and proud, baby, because I am so excited about this.
You loud? Never. Never.
No, but at least I make sure people hear me now.
Hey, Jeremy. These
I
guys,
did joke
these
with you
guys
for a minute.
also, they know, these guys know that we're Southern, so when we're waving at everybody commenting, they'll be okay. It won't throw them. Like
No,
what?
no, I think as long as we don't go, well, how's your mama and them, and did you eat yet? I think we'll be okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well, without further ado, we shall bring on Stephen and Pamela Berry.
Hey guys.
Hi,
Hello.
guys.
How are you?
Well, it's nice to have you. It's
Thank you
great
guys
to see you both.
coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
I know, and I finally get to meet you two in person again after many years of not being in Gettysburg.
Yep.
I'm so excited about it, and I get to go mess with my favorite statue in Gettysburg, the Abraham
Ooh.
Lincoln. That thing follows me everywhere I go, and it always reminds me of my father-in-law, who's from Illinois. He hated the fact that Lincoln was not from Illinois; he was from Kentucky, and he let everybody know that.
Let me go down like this. Looks like I'm having a stroke in your camera.
You look
I think my face went like this.
It's okay.
Steve, I'll tell you, we have weird stuff happen on our show anyway, so just expect it.
I call them
believe-
gremlins.
Yeah. And for those
That
who
and
don't
goes.
see-
And
Go
Gwen's
through
house
it.
is haunted. My
Yeah,
house is
yeah.
haunted. Gwen's haunted. So
Yeah, Gwen's
you
haunted.
might hear a child's voice. And none of us have children anymore. We have children, but they're all grown and got their own kids.
They are.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. So if you hear like a baby crying or a toddler talking, that's the
Ours
spirits
all
of
grown out of the
my
house
house
already.
leaves.
Yeah.
Well, we're not the only ones that have a haunted house. Of course, Gwen's haunted, so everywhere she goes is haunted. But
Yeah, pretty much.
Blaine and I have a haunted house. But these guys have an
Yeah.
incredibly haunted house, and I'm going to get a group together and go. And here is
We're
the
coming. We already said road trip. You got an
19
old bed and breakfast
Beautiful.
Well,
And it's
let's
haunted.
back.
And I love the architecture stuff of how they built stuff back in those days. So it's a win-win for me.
1912 Hoover House, and it was formerly a nursing home.
Oh, wow.
So, yep. Hey, Marla, thanks for being here.
Hey, Marla.
I was talking to you about this house, and for you, I'm going to put it back up. I want you to go with us here.
It's gorgeous.
These guys here own it. This is what I was telling you about. It's perfect timing. So these guys, their house is so haunted that you can do paranormal experiments in the house. And they have these paranormal games planned out where you can go
Nice.
to this spot. They could tell you more about it and tell you an idea of what happens. I know they don't want to spoil their, what they can do, but still, it's amazing. So, yeah. It's on my
Yep.
bucket list. I'm gonna get a group to go. Yes, you want to
Yes.
go, Marla. You want to go.
JoJo, road trip.
Road trip.
Road trip.
You telling Jason was just here.
Yeah. So we're very close to Gettysburg. We're about 22 miles from Gettysburg. People stay here with us. They'll investigate. A lot of historians stay here. They'll go into Gettysburg and do their day tripping. They'll go to Harper's Ferry, Antietam, Shepherdstown. We're very centrally located.
Yeah,
So it
you're
makes
close.
it like really convenient to do like all of your paranormal and historical trips.
Awesome.
I like that because I love every place you just described. I've been to every one of them. I was stationed up at Pax River, Maryland. I'm like, I'm close to everything here. Let's go. So every
Yeah.
weekend I was there, I was up there. Somewhere, Harper's Ferry, Gettysburg, Antietam, Fort Delaware.
We're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Somebody asked where we
Yeah.
at. So
Yep.
we're in Waynesboro.
Yep, there in Waynesboro.
Right on.
This is the retreat end of the Battle of Gettysburg. So the Confederate Army came from Gettysburg. Some of them went over Sachs Bridge. Some of them came up past the David Stewart Farm through Fairfield. That was the largest Confederate field hospital. On July 4th of that year, they came to Monterey Pass Battlefield. The soldiers called it Mount Misery. It was thundering and lightning. And then they came into Waynesboro. General Lee was right in our square, met his best friend Georgie in our square. We're a small historical town. We're very quaint.
Love it. Those are the best little towns anyway. So
Yeah,
always got good food too.
we do. We have a few little restaurants in town.
Nice. Do you guys have your equipment there for guests to use when you have like events?
Yeah.
We do. And Steve actually just finished a brand new piece of equipment and he's going to show it to you guys first.
Yay!
Yes. Oh, and if you have any equipment for sale, please show us on the show because I'm always shopping.
Do you want me to go
Yeah.
grab the other ones?
Yeah, go grab
I'll
it.
be right back. I'm going to grab a couple other items and he can talk.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They spoke to one of my classes.
So I built this
I don't
bottle
know
of
you were-
water.
Did that take you about 10 hours, Steve?
I built it and I filled it up.
I built this cup, man.
I built this- A new thing I built is a Bible.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Wait, where's the camera? Over here.
Right
So
there.
it's got lights on the side, one on top. Trying to figure out where her camera is. And then
You're doing good.
it comes with a key. So you turn this is your power switch.
Pretty cool.
It is.
Uh-oh, he's frozen.
It'll come back. No, we got to have gremlins. It's not a show
The
without
gremlins
gremlins.
are here. The gremlins are there.
They're just about everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
So Steve has other equipment too, and he's trying, but oh my
He'll
goodness,
show it to us.
he will.
Put it
Oh, there,
There you
he
go.
froze for a minute, Steve, but it's cool. Yeah, love that.
When I turn on, I don't know if you can see the lights going off. So it just triggered itself, it's setting itself, and then it measures hot and cold. So anything that's by it. Now it's actually protruding through a metal case right here.
Right on.
What are you calling it? Is there a
I might kill this battery. I was testing them, so.
What are you calling it?
Huh?
You're
I
gonna-
haven't.
It's-
Even
He just finished them. They're brand new. So any suggestions, put it in the
that
comments.
battery's dead on that one.
There you go.
That's from testing. I'll do this one. I got a couple of them. It'll set off.
Wondering about
So you
the-
can set this down on something. I can't show you because there's no tape. We're not high enough. But now once it's set, see it goes off. Hear it?
Yeah.
It'll go for a few seconds, then it'll go back off. So it's like motion sensor by heat and emits a field. We tried it out for the first night at our toll house investigation.
Mhm.
And at first it was only measuring like a couple inches from the front. By the end of the night, it was going about 16 feet out and picking people up as they're walking by. So it was
Oh,
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
going to keep going off because I'm holding it right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
measuring.
My heat.
It's
So,
pretty cool. Like when we're investigating, you know, how all of a sudden you're like, oh, I feel something cold. Well, that's going to tell you. Or,
Pretty
oh, what is,
Cold spot.
I have a hot spot. That'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Here you go.
Well, you can explain these.
Well, these are motion.
Is there a battery in this
Oh,
one? No.
yeah.
Did
okay?
you grab one without a
I
battery?
don't know. I just grabbed two.
No, it's got a battery.
Okay.
So it's a Ghost Pod REM pod. I think you saw these last time.
Pull it up just a little. There you go.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Trying to
So
do it.
that's for motion detection.
No, that one's
No,
a
this is a
REM
REM pod.
Okay.
Oh, right
The
on.
battery holds on the bottom.
pod. This is motion.
That one's motion. So if something comes in front of that one, oh,
Sorry.
maybe we should have the lights go up on this one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this don't have the blinky. You should have got the one with the blinky lights.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
one.
This is motion.
So-
You can turn the sound on or off.
okay. I like that. That's cool.
Beautiful.
I like these.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I don't think I've
So
seen
that's what we
anything.
have now. The rest of the stuff is down the store
Yeah.
that we built.
Right on.
Now, your
Good
store's
way.
close to your house? Is it pretty?
Yeah,
pretty
really
close?
close. About
It's about
4 or 5 blocks down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
We got these little wooden boxes, they're REM pods with these neat lights on top. I don't have any of them here.
okay.
Unless John had.
Oh yeah. They're
Ricky
cool.
is asking, was that new? Yes, Ricky. The Bible is brand new. Brand new.
Yeah,
Not
brand
even
new.
named yet. Yeah.
It's a temperature
just
Bible,
finished them
is what
today.
it is.
They,
Nice.
The
They have
temperature
a-
Bible, right?
they come with a key, so I'm going to right key for this one. I got 3 of them here.
So this one measures hot and cold spots. Somebody was
Right on.
asking, is it no? Yeah.
So that's the interior. That sensor there is a microwave sensor.
Right on.
Okay,
So let's see it in there.
that's really
Uh-huh.
cool.
So it's not your typical sensor that you use for REM pods or motion pods. And that's why it can measure through this metal box. So when you get one of these, you get a key. And I decided there's 2 keys. I'm going to keep one. So if you lose your key, you can call me and say, hey, I lost my key. I still have one of your keys.
Right
So
on.
you
He knows,
Mark.
he knows me well. He knows
He
me
does.
You're the key loss master, Lee.
So I have them all. They'll all be labeled as they go out. They'll be labeled with someone's name on them. Then I'll say, okay, if they lost their key, I can just go into the envelope, pull the key out, and send it to them. So,
So, are you guys
That's
going to have your
nice.
equipment for sale at the bash?
not this year. I'm not doing that because I just don't have time. Every
Right.
time we had our table out and stuff, I was sitting at the table, and you got so many
Yeah.
people you got to talk to and deal with.
Exactly.
And issues that happen, you don't have time. It's too time consuming.
the whole.
So-
So I allow the people that build their own equipment, they can come.
Marla said to call it the Holy Pod.
A holy pot. Well,
Bible.
that's an idea. Holy pot.
The Holy Pod, yeah. Haven't even given it a name yet.
All
Just
right.
finished them up.
So, do you have a website or like a site for your store that people can go and buy?
There's a Facebook page for the store, and there's a Facebook page for the Hoover House and my personal. So you can message any of them
Okay.
and just and my phone number, my personal cell phone number
Okay.
that I answer is out on our signs. So we're not the typical like builders or innkeepers. Like as soon as my phone rings, I don't care if it's what time of the day or night, I answer it. Because it could be somebody with a question about a piece of equipment. It could be somebody wanting a last minute reservation. So I'm always available.
Now, is it called the historic 1912 Hoover House? Is that
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that, and I'm adding it now to follow. So
Thank you.
yeah, so historic 1912 Hoover House, guys, because I did not realize that either.
So we are a active bed and breakfast and a winery.
Oh,
So we
nice.
do not mix spirits with spirit.
I love that comment over there. So you can cleanse and microwave a cheeseburger. I like that.
Yeah.
Do you want to see our winery?
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
Lee,
Lights are out.
I
in
can
the
lock
bar.
that up.
The lights are out in the
Now
bar,
you
but
see.
we do not mix spirits with spirit.
Right.
So if people if people want to have a sip of wine during the day, that's fine. But then before the investigation, we don't overindulge. We close the bar up. We actually lock it up.
Right on.
Right.
That's good.
Ricky was asking where you guys located, because he missed it. He came in a minute.
So we're in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. We're about 22 miles from Gettysburg, close to Harper's Ferry, close to Antietam, and close to Shepherdstown.
Mhm.
Has anyone been to Shepherdstown?
Yes. Every location you've mentioned, I've been there multiple times.
Yeah. And Harper's Ferry. Oh my gosh, they have the best candy store. They sell old-fashioned clove candy. That is
Ooh, oh my God,
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that place.
amazing.
Just gotta walk up that hill.
Cash out.
Yeah.
Harper's Ferry's got a nice steep hill.
Steve has a heart
I
issue.
did it with a boot on my foot.
No, you can go there. You just gotta drop me off on the hill.
I know.
Walk up.
Hey, Steve, I walked up that hill with a boot on my right foot. So
Oh.
See?
Oh,
I did it twice, up and down, and that was enough for me. I was like, okay.
yeah, I don't blame you.
Where's the bus? Where's the bus?
But my goofy butt climbed Eisenhower Tower too with a boot on too. So
oh,
That's
man.
a lot. That's saying a lot.
Lee, is that where
So
we
we're-
went? Is that the same one?
Yep.
I thought so. Okay, just making sure.
So that's
I'm gonna-
Long Street Tower. You know somebody committed suicide off that bridge?
yes, I picked up on them there.
Did you?
I
And
got
I'm not
them
sure of the
through
year,
to
so
me,
I
and I'm
can't
gonna
say
come
the
through.
year. I don't remember. But if you Google it, you can get the person's name. You can get the date, unfortunately. And maybe somebody can connect with her because, that's kind of overlooked, I think, because there's so much to do.
I comforted her.
Did you?
I did.
Good.
She was so apologetic about what she did. She didn't want to do it, but she ended up doing it anyway. So I talked her down and gave her comfort and made sure she was all right. And she's at peace now. So
Good.
I didn't cross her. I just got her at peace.
That's
Good.
good. I think folks in Gettysburg get mad at folks that cross things over. I was told, "Don't you go over there and cross that over." I was like, "Okay, I'm just
Oh,
here to
gosh.
listen."
Hey, I'll tell you, the only one I did cross is that lady in the orphanage. I made sure she was gone.
She was bad.
I wouldn't be there to begin with.
Yeah, she was
Rosa-
bad.
Rosa Carmichael.
Yeah. Rosa-
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
Oh,
I
Oh,
can't
she
stand
was
that
god
woman.
awful. You know, they fired her and fined her $4 and sent her to work at another orphanage.
She got, I think it was $20 or $25, and she disappeared. They don't know where she went.
Hoping a hole somewhere.
What was $25 worth back then?
A couple hundred, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I used to work at the orphanage.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a great place.
Yeah, that's the only place I've ever had to walk out of as an empath medium. Well, there in Auschwitz concentration camp in Germany, I had to walk out of there too.
I don't know if I
I
could go
do
there.
not like to see children or women hurt. It
Yeah.
just irritates me to no end. And what she did to those poor children,
Yeah.
I hope that they have a special place in hell that just tortures her. Yeah, Tracy, I had a nice conversation with her.
Good.
What nice on my end, believe me. I told her what
The
I
bad
thought
folks
about. Her.
love
She didn't
blame.
control. Huh?
The bad folks love you.
God, I know. I always
They
get
really
the-
do.
But she told me, you're not going to take my children from me. I said, watch me. I said, you really don't want to play with me. I don't play fair.
This is not your day.
Good.
I don't. They don't play fair. Why should I?
Yeah.
That's true. That is very true.
Well, those of you watching, I hope you know that this is a great opportunity. This is a big deal because basically we're talking to the Berries, okay?
Mhm.
And this is a good opportunity here. These aren't just guests, they're experience rich owners and event builders. So I want to make sure that you know we're going to ask some really interesting questions tonight. And if you
Yeah.
have some, please put them in all caps so that we can read them. Okay?
Well, Victor already put one up. He just he typed before we said it. So he's asking. I don't know if you guys can read this or not. Sometimes.
Yeah, we can read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think though, because there's been so many. What's
I know, right?
most spook moment?
Right.
The most.
Can you can you
Um,
put it back up since
oh,
it's
gosh.
going on Spotify?
I guess the
Candace
best
and-
one was when you called me up from the basement and I got that EVP in the chair upstairs.
Yeah.
Here.
Spooky
Yes.
moment. Okay.
What happened was I was down in the basement working, and Pam went up to the third. She was on the third floor of this building. She was going past the bedroom called the Primrose, and she goes, "You gotta get." She calls me on my phone. She goes, "You gotta get up here now." I go, "Why?" She goes, "There's someone in the house." I saw someone in the Primrose room, and if you go upstairs, the third floor, there is a fire escape door that you go out. So she thought it might have been open and someone got into the house. So I run all the way from the basement. Instead of taking the elevator, I ran all the way up the stairs
Damn.
and got into the room. There was no one there.
Oh my
So
God.
I said, "You probably saw a spirit in this room," because I checked the whole floor. There was no one there. So I went and got my recorder out of the bedroom, and I sat in a chair in the room there, and I asked a couple questions. And I was asking the questions. I did a playback. So I do ask it like 5 questions. I'll do a playback, and then I'll ask 5 more, do a playback. If I get nothing, I erase it. Why waste my recorder, right? So I did 5 questions, did a playback, and I said, "Pam," as I hit the button again to record, I go, "I can hear myself breathing pretty hard from coming up the steps.
He was like, "I'm out of breath."
I'm out of breath." So when I played it back, you hear me say, "Boy, I can hear myself breathing." And a spirit comes in the background and says, "That's effed up." But he said so it wasn't spooky, but it was probably the
No,
funniest
it's, fun.
moment.
It's hilarious,
That's
dude.
hilarious.
That'll work.
Came right out and
Yes,
said it.
it's on.
So
Yeah.
remember, we were a nursing home, you know, the greatest generation. I worked in nursing homes for a long time. And some of our residents just said what it is. And they earned that right. They have every right to talk how they want to talk.
I take
So,
it as
yeah.
a badge of honor when they
Everybody
cuss out
swears a lot up
you
there.
get real stuff.
We call him Paul. We call him Paul because it must have been Paul because he said the same thing about the elevator. Because Pam
Yeah.
says, "You take the steps." He goes, "Screw those effing steps."
Exactly.
I mean, he swears a lot in his EVPs.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's how you know they're real.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jeremy Brunton says, when I talked to Father Bob a week or 2 ago on my show, he said there was something nasty at the orphanage when he went there with Nick and Teresa. There is, yeah.
Yeah.
Years and years of doing the orphanage, we never had. Well, no, we did.
Yeah, remember somebody. So
We
we
had a
some
police officer get
officers.
choked there in the back room. He actually had to leave the back room, go all the way through the bottom of the orphanage out to the street just to get his breath back. He felt like he was being choked.
And then when I worked at the orphanage, I remember the manager was there, and we could hear talking coming up through one of the vents, right? And she was afraid of everything. So I bent down and I was talking through the vent. I was like, because we were the only ones in the store. So nobody was down there. And I was like, hi, it's Pam. Who's down there? Would you like to talk? And she was like, oh, don't do that when I'm here. I'm like, you working in the orphanage, girl.
Another good spot in Gettysburg. I don't know if they still let you do investigations there. Is Cashtown Inn.
Yes.
When
Yes.
Jack owned that, I used to go over there and help Jack out around the place, and we cleaned things up over there. And he sent me all the way up to the third floor. Just as you get into Lee's room, the third floor, there was a closet and he had light bulbs in there.
Mm-hmm.
So go upstairs and grab me light bulbs. So I ran up there, opened the door, grabbed light bulbs, started coming down the steps. And I looked back in Lee's room, and I saw a soldier go right in front of the door and go right towards the TV to the front of the building.
Wow.
And I went and I looked, and there was no one in that room. Then another time I was there, I was down on the first floor behind the bar. He had the kitchen, and there was a dining room back there, which not too many people were back there when he owned it. He didn't really use it. He used the front dining room. So that back dining room would go to a hallway, which had the outside rooms, a little motel that was attached to the Cashtown Inn. There's like 2 rooms.
Room 6 and 7.
Yeah. So you can get to the back of those rooms through that hallway. So I was vacuuming for him, and that back door to room 6 was open. And I went to vacuum in the room, and there was a guy standing there buttoning his shirt. And I go, I'm sorry. I said,
Yeah.
they didn't tell me anyone was in the room. The guy just looked at me. So I went back in by Jack and his wife, and I said, these guys got to let me know when there's someone in the room. You know, I'm vacuuming, and I walk in on this guy getting dressed, and they go, there's no one in that room. They're not rented out.
Interesting.
And so right away, Jack's wife, what was Jack's wife?
Maria.
Maria went with me, and we checked the room out. And the TV was on, and there was no one in the room at all.
Cool.
So that's
That's
twice
so
I saw
cool.
2 full apparitions at Cashtown Inn.
Right on.
So I've got some questions. I think people are going to love to hear your answers. Gwen, you got the first one. Ready?
Out of all the places, why Gettysburg? And what is it
What
about
is
the
that?
land? Yeah, two parts. Sorry about that.
So I
It's
think,
about the
so
land
for
that
me,
keeps drawing
in my opinion,
people.
like, so I'm not from this area originally.
Mhm.
I brought my kids up here. I'm from inner city Baltimore, and I was an abused woman, and I brought my kids out of inner city Baltimore to a better place. And I know this is going to sound really odd, but the battlefield gives me comfort. I feel safe, and I knew that my kids needed that net of safety. I wasn't married to Steve.
I wasn't the abuser.
So like I brought my kids, we didn't live in Gettysburg proper. We lived outside of Gettysburg. So that it was just that energy. It just kept calling me back. I knew that this is where I needed to raise my children. And I'm very glad that I took that step, and I packed the kids up. And I was like, okay, I found a house to rent. And my family was like, okay, well, you'll be back. And I said, no, I won't be back. I'll be back to visit. I love you all, but I can't raise my kids here because we're going to be statistics if I do. So I brought my kids to there. And I was really brave for doing that, but I knew that that's where I needed to be with my kids. So I love Gettysburg. It's very special to
Yeah, I
me.
think, Gettysburg's got a lot of spirit activity for, of course, all the death that was there. I mean, some people
Yeah.
they were just killed instantly. And
Yeah. We're doing
they're
that.
wandering souls, I call it.
We're doing the David Stewart Farm in August. So the David Stewart Farm was the largest Confederate field hospital. So we're going to have the entire barn. We're going to put up a bonfire, and we're just going to see who wants to communicate with us.
Right on.
That'll be great. Okay.
Yeah, a couple
you're
of places.
big guy.
Waynesboro is on the retreat end of the battle where we live.
Yeah.
They came over Jack's Mountain and they fought at Monterey Pass on July 4th. So everyone thinks the war ended July 3rd in Gettysburg. Actually, no, they were still fighting all the way out to Waynesboro, and so on. They took this town, 15 days?
Yep.
The Confederates had it for 15 days, and then they moved on. But there's a lot of activity in this town. We just actually had Jason Hawes was just here, and his episode of Hoover House is on Jason Hawes at Jason Hawes on YouTube.
Yep.
You can see the Hoover House episode he just did here. He did that, and he did another place here, which I can't mention now
Yeah, it'll be
because
on.
it hasn't aired yet. But
So what was the next question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
We have
So,
one of our viewers, Victor. Can we do that one, Lee? Is that okay?
I have
you
not.
Have you
I've-
ever
I've
got a
never had
spirit follow you home?
anyone.
I don't know if they follow me home or if they're just attached to me from when I had my death experience back in 2015. So to answer, I don't know if they ever follow. I wouldn't say they follow me home, but I think they want to communicate with me. Since that, because when I passed away in 2015, Pam had taken me to what was that place you had that burnt, that the car ran into in Gettysburg? The building.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
No, they moved it. I know, but
Oh,
what's
what
the name?
was there? It was Lavender and Sage at that time.
No, it was something
It was
else.
a metaphysical shop.
Well, anyway, I went into the shop and I walked down the hallway, and then you turned to the right, and the cash register, and the lady was right there in front of Crystal Lawn.
Oh, it was the crystal one. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It came to me as this thing. So when I turned to the register, I heard a lady at the end of the hallway say, "Hello." And I said, "Hello." And the girl goes, "Who are you talking to?" I said, "Who's ever behind that curtain that you have in the hallway." So that's a good prop you got there. You know, I thought it was like a gimmick thing. And she goes, "There's no one there." Came out and she pulled it open and showed me there was no one behind it.
Nice.
Oh,
She goes,
wow.
I said, "Well, there's someone that said hello to me," so I answered them. So ever since that time, I get them talking. I freak people out when we
Yeah.
do table tipping here too.
I
When we
know.
do table tipping, I used to sit at the table, and I taught a lot of people, how to do it. So I was taught by Bobby Robinson up in Lilydale, New York, and she taught me.
Lilydale.
Love Lily.
It was funny because Bobby came down. She's really good friends with Pam. She had me put my hands on the table, and we were at the Lookout House at the time. I had my hands on the table. It was just her and I, and she turns around and says to me, "Yeah, this table will move. It'll slide. It'll tilt. We ask questions, and I'm there for like an hour, and like this, I'm going, yeah, right." And she goes, "This table probably doesn't have nothing attached to it. Do you have another table?" And I said, "Yeah." Went upstairs. I grabbed this big pie table, which we call Vivian now. And I bring that down. I put my hands on it. And the table with her, she asked one question, starts sliding. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking at her table. How does she rig this up?
Yeah.
Just,
Wow.
like everyone does here when they come here. When we do table tipping, everyone's looking. I let them look at the table. I said, "Look at the table. There's no wires. There's no magnets, nothing attached to the table. It's what the Fox sisters used to do, and everyone thought they were witches back then doing it."
Nice.
But
Yeah.
yes, to see a table slide, it does better on wood than it does carpet, because carpet can't slide on. But on wood, we had them at the Lookout House when we had that house. It go pretty far across. When we went to one room, through the kitchen area, and all the way down to the hallway, which was we all had to get up and follow it. So never know what it
So
wanted
crazy.
at that time, because it brought me to the staircase that went up, and it's just stopped. And so we don't know what it was trying to show us, but I'll set these tables now, and Jim Wyrick will be here, and his sister, and they'll do a table session, and I'll get these thoughts handed to my head to me and tell me, say this, say this, say this, and the spirits don't let up on you. They'll keep saying it in my head until I say it, or I get out of the room and walk away. But a lot of times I stay there because it's a message someone wants to get out, so I don't really want to not give that message. So I had this one lady that came here, and the spirit kept saying to me, "Mention the duck on the John Deere
I remember
tractor." And so I'm saying to myself, back to the spirit, which no one can hear me. I'm just saying in my head, "What's this duck look like?" And it said, "Just mention the movie Convoy." So remember the truck had the rubber duck on the front?
Yep.
in the movie Convoy, the 18-wheeler. So I just stopped the session and said, Jim, I got a spirit ask me to ask a question. He goes, what's that? I said, who at the table, father or grandfather, had a John Deere tractor? And of course, all their hands go up. I'm like, no, not a lawn tractor. This is a big, like a farm all tractor.
Mhm.
And I go, it has yellow. It doesn't have rubber wheels on the back. It had these metal wheels with spikes on it. And she goes, oh my God, that's my grandfather's tractor. She goes, I said, well, he's here. She goes, just looking at me like, how you know he's here? You know, I just described your tractor to a T. I said, but there's one thing he wants to know. He wants to know what happened to his rubber duck that was on the tractor. And she goes, oh my God, he had this duck mounted on his tractor. I said, yeah, it was the duck from like Convoy. And she goes, yeah, exactly. So then she just started bawling her eyes out because then she believed that, how would I know that? I wouldn't know it unless they told me.
That's true.
So, I get a lot of that at the table. I freaked out. I've had some not so good thoughts come through my head on certain things that they told me. Like we had a girl here who was in a car accident, and they showed me what happened to her, and I had to bring it up in a different way than describe what I was shown. And I had another person that lived right next door here, and I said, your girlfriend's here. And I don't mean that kind of girlfriend, just a girl you went to school with. And she goes, yeah. I said, you guys had a secret, and you told you'll never to tell that secret. You kept it inside you just forever. And she goes, you're right. It's true. And I just go, is she still here? This girl? I know, because usually it's got to be a spirit that's talked to me. And she goes, she just died 3 days ago. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, there was an accident on Route 81. And the kid that she was with was drunk driving. He went across the median, hit the guard railing in the center. She was ejected through the windshield, and she flew out into the other side of the highway, and 18-wheelers got her. That's how she died.
That's terrible. Yeah.
So, well, I pictured that, so I had to say it in a way thing. But I did know what her story was and what they kept secret. Because I whispered it in her ear, and she says she's here because no one knew that. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had another question?
Yeah, Blaine, if
Got
you'll ask this one.
Okay.
I'm going to read it because we are on Spotify and I want them to be able to hear it because they can't see it. Between the battlefield and the Hoover House, what's it one experience that you still can't logically explain? Okay, Blaine.
Oh, you already read
I
it.
would say
Oh, I'm
between.
sorry.
You read my question.
I'm sorry,
Steve.
Blaine.
You're
You get
well.
50
Actually, they
times.
tried debunking Pam's picture. If you watch the Hoover House episode with Jason Hawes, he just did. Pam got a picture down in the basement of a shadow person, and they tried debunking that. And I think they did an excellent job. They came very, very close to debunking, but because you never know. I don't take every picture.
Right.
If
Not
someone can
everything's
show
a
me
ghost.
and say, "Hey, your camera was slow at taking the picture and it caused this or something," like I had pictures I was taking down there one night with Pam, and my face looked all distorted in that. And a lot of people, won't debunk it. I called Kenny Biddle up because Kenny's good with.
Oh,
with-
yeah.
And I had Kenny. I said, Kenny, can you look at these pictures? He goes, oh God, you look grotesque. It looks like you have a demon in you. And Pam would be perfectly fine in the picture, but I was distorted. And it was every picture. And he goes, it looks like you had a flashlight sitting on something pointing at you. Did you have that? And I said, yeah. He goes, go take the flashlight, go down there, sit where you were sitting, and take another picture and see what happens. It did the same thing.
Yeah.
So it was the light was tricking the camera.
Oh, remember what else? We used to do the Daniel Lady farm. Remember, we had gotten pictures, and it looked like a soldier laying, and it looked like another soldier kind of sitting. And we went back and we retook the pictures, and you know what it was? It was mold. on the walls.
And it looked just like soldiers.
It
I
did.
actually printed these pictures out.
Yeah.
Because even in the picture, if I show you, I don't have them here with me. They're at the store. But if I showed you in the picture right now, you'd say
You'd be
that
like,
that's
"Oh, that's a
3
soldier."
soldiers right there sitting on the floor of the barn. It looks just like
Yeah.
them. But it wasn't. When you got up close, the mold made like a design
Yeah.
of soldiers. Yeah.
That's
It was
cool.
just perfectly how it did it.
So that's part of investigating.
So anyway,
Getting what's real? What is it?
that is what we call the scarecrow man downstairs at the Hoover House. So Pam got this picture, and his arms are out like this. He looks like he's on a cross. His head's up in the ceiling. So Jason and JB tried debunking that, and like I said, they came really close. But Jason did have some questions. He said, "Well, JB said, well, this spirit that when we do it, we can almost create it, but it's not as high as Pam's in the picture. So the ceiling's got to be like 9 foot tall down there."
Yeah.
So Jason stood on a pallet, and he still was about that short
Yeah.
of recreating where the head was. But they came darn close. So Jason says, we did really good, but there's still stuff that doesn't match.
Right.
Even though, but they were slowing their camera down really, really, really slow on the iPhone. Now Pam's not slowing her camera down. She's just taking the picture and snapping it. She took 3 pictures that night,
Yeah.
right in a row. Because we do it in 3s. Click, click, click.
Mhm.
And it was the middle one that had the figure in it, and the other 2 didn't have it at all. And at that time, there was no pallets or anything in that room. So there was no one standing on a pallet. So.
I am not tech savvy.
But the thing I liked
That's
about it is that
okay.
they tried recreating that, and that to me, that's a good investigator. It's
Yeah.
trying.
Absolutely.
I don't take everything I find as a
Yeah.
demon or a spirit or something like that. Actually, if
Look at that question. Have
Sure.
you ever?
28, 29, maybe 30 years now doing this, I have not ran into a quote demon.
Yeah.
I mean, people are running into them all the time now, but I don't run into them at all. So,
Right. And the question was, have any of you ever seen or heard a demon while doing an investigation?
No, I just answered that no.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to.
You know what? I think what people I'd say calculate in my head, what a demon is think about a spirit. If you go to, let's take Penhurst, for instance. You go to Penhurst and they say, well, around that one cell over there, that one room over there, little Tommy's there. All right? Go talk to Tommy. If you went in there constantly and said, hey, Tommy, you here? Wouldn't you get annoyed after a while? If you're a spirit, you just want to be left alone. So I think when people get scratched, pushed, their hair pulled, so it's probably a spirit that's been annoyed for a long time. People are coming in and out of this building every weekend, asking me if I'm dead. It would be very annoying after a while. So I don't think we give these spirits enough time to have time back to themselves. You think about it, if they were never investigated, never known, like if you go into a new building that no one's ever done, 90% of the time your equipment's probably not going to go off. For one, if you saw something like this and you're from the 1800s and it lit up, you'd be scared of it. I don't think you go near it. You all these gadgets laying on the floor. So that's why if you're ever doing an investigation in a new place, the best thing to do is go in there with just a recorder in your hand. Ask 5 questions, do a playback. If you don't hear nothing, erase them. Don't keep them on your recorder. You're just taking up space. Ask 5 more until they communicate with you. This way, then they're trying to talk to you. And not only that, if you say, can you tell me your name? And they tell you your name, and you let that recorder lay in that room for 8 hours, you don't know what their name is until you play it back 8 hours later, So this way you can communicate with them instantly.
I think the one time, well, we do it a lot now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 staircases that go all the way up to the top.
Oh, you got the experiment we do?
So it's a really cool experiment. Everybody use this if you want to, okay? So we have one person at the bottom of the stairs, and then in the middle, and then on a landing, and then in the middle, and then on a landing, all the way up. So before we do it, help me explain this because I can get it confused.
The person on the
Three
bottom,
questions.
we'll ask a question on the bottom. So we'll
Everybody does the same question.
say, same question. The last
All the
one,
way up.
so the first question will say, can you give me a color? And then the next guy would go on the second landing, can you give me a color? Can you give
All
me
the way
until
up.
all the way up? And then the person on all the way up will ask another question like, what's today's date? What's today's date? All the way down, all the way
All
down.
the way
And
down.
then on the bottom, she may say, what's your favorite food? I'm going to say, when's your
Right.
birthday?
The third is
and
whatever you want.
Whatever question you want to ask. And then we do a playback. And you'd be surprised
Wow.
what you get.
Different levels, different vibration, different
Different
spirits,
people
different
answering.
people.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So even if you didn't have a lot of levels to the house you're investigating, if it was even one level, I would do like somebody in the kitchen. You have to be able to hear, all the way from one end of the house to the other, if you can, and do different rooms, different vibrations, different people. You'll be amazed at that, how you can do it together in a group cohesively. And it's amazing. So if anybody does that, please let me know how it works for you.
Another thing to
A
do,
lot of fun.
if you're investigating any place, don't go where everyone else goes. When I did this, and I worked with Joe Chin on our Paranormal After Party show, Joe came over after Ghost Hunters and worked with us for a while. Joe and I used to go to places no one would go to, and I bet you can even guess where we went. Take a guess. No, don't tell them.
I don't know. Blaine, you
I
guess.
don't know.
We go into the bathrooms.
I love the bathroom. I've got a lot of good stuff out
I
there.
was thinking, if I'm a spirit, where am I going to go hide? If
Yeah.
everyone's annoying me, where I'm going? I'm not going to go to the attic because they're probably going to check that. I'm going to go to the basement. They may go into a closet. I don't know, but they're not going to go in the bathroom. And Joe and I used to laugh because no one would get anything for the show, and we come out with like 5 EVPs because we were in the bathroom asking questions. They were answering us. So
That's cool.
yeah, go to the bathroom and just ask a question. People might think you're nuts in there. And they walk by and go, "Why is he talking to someone in that bathroom for?"
Yeah.
But yeah, you get some good stuff out of a bathroom. Trust
I've got great stuff out of bathrooms.
me.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave
Yeah.
little funny notes into it too. If you want.
I like to sing in the shower, and in hotels and things like that. I wonder how many spirits have been in the bathroom laughing at me singing in the shower.
Mhm.
I can think about that. I'll just set the thing up and see if they make fun of me or something.
That would be cute.
But-
Do you know what else?
Right.
What else we do? So the portrait that was on your show, Lee.
Yeah.
So I have that going up the one stairs. I guess I collect people, so I have like maybe eight portraits. So I'll say to people, "Okay, tell me if you can." Just when you go up, look at the portraits, kind of feel the one that you think might have an attachment to it, and then I tell them the episode and all about your show. And
Thank you.
sometimes people pick correctly of my favorite portrait, and sometimes they don't. But that's really cool. That
Or
I
someone
I
come
do that.
through and saw her show and said, "That's the one that was on
Yeah.
there." We got a question here. What's this one say? If, for your opinion, how many people you think actually see spirits? I think the people that see spirits, either a lot of them probably had something happen to them in the past, like me.
Like a near death.
Yeah, like a near death. Mostly, I would think those are the ones that see, or they have a gift. There's not as many as you think. A lot of people, there is a lot of, and I like catching the frauds, I call them. There is people that there's a lot of them out there that are frauds, especially nowadays. Yeah, you just gotta be careful if you're gonna, I had one actually psychic up in the Poconos. Her name's not coming to me. She's a friend of mine on there too. Bob Christopher, if you know Bob Christopher, he was with me at the time. We were doing Ghost Detectives. And Bob goes, "Let her read you." And I said, "Bob, I don't believe in psychics. I don't let them read. I don't let anyone read me." I said, so I walked past her and she goes, "I heard you wouldn't let me read you." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry. It's just the way I am. I just don't believe in it." And she goes, "Well, I'll just let your mother know that you don't want to talk to her." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, all right. My mother, Bob probably told you she passed away." And then she said my nickname, which no one knows.
Now he's a believer.
And I said, "Oh, you got my attention now." And then when I sat with her and she told me stuff that no one knew, except for my mom would know. So
That's so
that was
sweet.
really, really, really cool. That, you know, so now I get some of these psychics say, if you can tell me what my nickname is, this is where I get my mom in. Hopefully my mom will come back through and I can talk to her
Oh
again.
yeah.
But they go, it doesn't work that way. I said, I know. I just want to see if she'd come through.
Okay, Blaine. I'm
We had
not
her
gonna
come
read
through
it.
here with
Did you really?
Lourdes.
Oh my God.
Lourdes
Yeah.
and
Ron.
Ron. They do, yeah, their experiment. Ron had his experiment thing going up here, and we were playing it, and it came over. He goes, "It's Steve's mom here," and we got a yes. So I wrote down on the paper what my mom used to do with me all the time. We had one hobby we always did. So I'm going to write this hobby down. Ask my mother what our hobby was. If this is really her, she'll answer. So Ron gets on there. He goes, he called her by her name, Judy. He goes, Judy, he goes, what was your hobby with your son? And it came crystal clear, fishing.
Oh.
And I turned the paper over, and that's exactly what it said on it, fishing.
That's
Right
cool.
on.
It is.
Okay, Blaine. I'm gonna hold my mouth.
Oh, this is the good ones. Okay. Have you ever had a skeptic come to one of your events or investigations and leave completely changed?
Not completely changed. No. I've had skeptics come, but I don't recall of any of them.
I think they left with unanswered questions, though. So I think in a way it opened their mind a little bit, right?
Yeah, I haven't ran into a skeptic that's actually ever changed, to be honest with you. They, you know,
Yeah.
they're good to have, though. I mean, Kenny Biddle's a skeptic,
Yeah.
and I'm great. I'm glad he's a friend of mine. I mean, some people don't get along with him. I do. And I used him to debunk that picture, and it was great. I did,
I think
you know,
I think
because I know.
different kind of people that come together and do investigations. One could answer questions, or two, it could lead you to questions that you didn't know that you wanted answered.
Right.
Gotcha.
Can I tell
You
you?
have a
all my-
skeptic in the chat.
What'd you say, Blaine?
So can I tell you my favorite Gettysburg story?
Yes.
You guys know what the train station is, right?
Yes.
We were standing outside the train station. Nobody's smoking. I had this cheap cigar smoke blown in my face. I was like, man, at least you could have got a good cigar. And
Right.
the next thing I know, I literally got hit in the nose so hard by a Union soldier spirit that my eyes watered, my nose started bleeding,
Oh
and
my
he kept calling me an effing Johnny Reb.
Oh,
'Cause I
wow.
was from an accent. I'm like, dude, I fought for the United States. And I thought it was hilarious. I mean, it was worth it. It was a badge of honor. I got hit by a Union soldier. Like,
Right.
yeah,
One of my favorite places to investigate on the battlefield is not actually attached to the battlefield. It's in town. So it's the Bloody Brickyard.
know where it
There's,
is.
and a lot of people miss it. And I
Yeah.
always tell people, please go to the Brickyard, park
Mm-hmm.
correctly because it is park service, park, don't just double park and go over. It's got a huge, big mural. So it depicts exactly what happened, where you're standing. So you kind of get that visual. There are houses around. So you have to, sometimes it interferes with your EVPs, but, it's a really great little spot. So the Bloody Brickyard.
And Lee's statue was a good spot.
Mhm.
Too.
Yep.
I had an experience there.
I
I
have
went
to.
there. I provoked a little bit, just a little bit. I don't like provoking. I tell everyone not. Yeah, I tell no one to provoke, but I wasn't getting nothing that day in the battlefield. I was walking out. I just looked up at the statue and I had my recorder going. I said, "You know, you lost, right?" And I walked away. When I played it back, it said, "You're an asshole." That's what it said.
Right on. Well, he called Grant a lot worse, so you did okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that one EVP we did at the store when we said, do you know that the
Oh, that was
Yes.
We had. Well, that was by when the film. That was a producer that was there that night with us.
No, this
Yeah,
was
but-
at our old store.
Yeah, I know what
Oh,
you're
okay.
talking about.
Right,
But the
this is
producer was
The
asking a
best
question.
EVP.
So we were sitting
I
there
love 'em.
and we
Aren't
had
they adorable?
P2 meters up on our equipment counter. And we were trying out different pieces of equipment. And we had a producer there, one of our friends. And he was asking questions. And he said, do you know the South lost the war? And when we played it back, it goes, we won? Like that really long.
someone
like,
was
we
very
won. So
we
it really,
won,
yeah. Wow, he said, yeah, we won. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you know it was Union Soldier that was answering.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was probably the best EVP,
Best
I've
EVP I
ever
ever gotten. Yeah.
Right on.
Well, besides
so
the ones I got at
nice.
Roger and Terry's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause there's a place up in Greeley, PA, up by Milford, Pennsylvania. It's a private home, and I used to go there, and it was like my playground for EVPs. because I had the whole house to myself in this house. And how I met these people was I had my own group back then when I first started, and it was called Dark Illusions Paranormal. And I was on Channel 6 TV up there in Milford, and they did an interview with me. And then she saw my interview, and she called me up and said, "Hey, can you come check our house out?" And I said, "Why?" She goes, "There's spirits here." And you get a lot of calls like that. You got to like vet these people out. So I said, "Okay, what's going on?" She goes, "Well, my husband thinks I'm cheating on him. He's putting these recorders all around the house, and then he plays it back. And I know there's no one in our house, but I hear this guy talking constantly in the recorders." And I'm like, "All right, I'll come check your house out, but I'm only coming there when your husband's there."
Yeah, for real.
So, she called me up and said, "My husband's home." So, and we're really good friends to this day. Really, they're like family to me. So, her name is Roger and Terry. So I go over and she goes, "I'm Terry. This is Roger." I meet Roger. I said, "Can I hear the recording?" And I said, "Listen, there's so many recordings doing the show that down the road."
Mhm.
I listened to it. I'm going, "That's a spirit. That's not someone in the house." I said, "They had a barn down, like a hunting cabin that's on their property. They have like 20 some acres. So they had like this chicken coop in this barn down there." I said, "Can you two go down and take your dog with you to the barn? I'm going to try an experiment in your house." And they said, "Fine." So they went down there. I went up the bottom floor. I did playback. I got nothing. I went up to the second floor and I walked into the room on the top of the stairs to the left. And I got a guy saying to me, I said, "Is there anyone here?" And he goes, "Are you my son?" Exactly how it said, "Are you my son?" And I'm like, so I played back and I go, "No, I'm not your son." And I asked him another question. And he goes, "I don't like much people." Exactly how he said it. I said, "Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I got to go right now because I got excited. I got EVPs. I want to go show Roger now that his wife is not insane. She's not cheating on you. You know I'm in this house for myself. That's not my voice." So what I did is a third one. I went up there and with just Roger, same night. And when we did it, I said, "Can you give me your name or anything like that?" And we got, "Get out of the house." And Roger knows I didn't say it, and he was right next to me when we played it back. So now I convinced him that it's not his wife cheating on him, that you were right here. You know I didn't say that, and we just captured it.
Right on.
So it made him so you're talking about a skeptic. There's one there. I just proved him.
Yep.
So I proved him right there that there was something in his house. So every time I go there and sit on the staircase that would go upstairs, it was like a portal. I get EVPs like crazy. And I had this one guy I called Jimmy because I sat on the steps and I go, "Jimmy," I said, didn't say Jimmy. I said, "Spirit, can you tell me your name?" I go, and I played it back, nothing. I said, "So you're not going to tell me your name? That's pretty sad." And when I played it back, it goes, "You can't tell me your name. That's pretty sad." He goes, "That is sad." It's like he was knocking me out. That is sad. But if I
People don't believe that spirits are smartasses. They
if
are.
I acted like
They are.
the Spanish, what was the Spanish Indian War went through Matamoros. Senior Matamoros took over that town. That's why it's named after that. I was in
The
there.
Mexican heart.
Yeah. So I turned around and I'd act like there's a war going on. I said, "I'm out of ammunition here. Can someone help me? Someone give me some ammunition. Tell me who's coming. Anything." And then here in the distance, and I have this EVP to this day, you hear, "We're from Mexico. We're the Mexican heart." Exactly what they
That
said.
is a cool
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got many EVPs through the years,
Yeah.
but I've been slowing down slowly. So
You're like me, Steve. You get so many of them after a while. It's like, okay,
yeah, I like the ones that are like a full sentence. We use these DP, what are they, DP10 recorders,
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
DP10. I think
and DP2.
I call them chubs. They're wide and chubby.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
those are good recorders.
they work
Yes,
really
they
really
are.
well. Yeah, I was a salesperson for Tascam. Tascams are good. The thing is, they filter too much out, so you want to take some of your filters off. Spears come through white noise. The reason why I had Tascam, they were on board with me for a while. We were trying to figure out what frequency these EVPs are coming in. So they're usually like we find out between 40 and 80 decibels they come through. Anything higher than that, they had a recorder that would go higher than a dog's hearing that we were trying out. They thought that's the field that frequency was at, and it wasn't. And then we tried a lower frequency, it wasn't. And always found out if you put it on Audacity and run your thing, you'll see that it comes around 40 and 80 on the chart. It's where
Yeah.
right where the EVPs come through. Why? We never figured it out. We never figured out why they come through or how they come through.
It's just their frequency.
Yeah. So they come between those 2 decibels.
Yeah.
In
And
that
Steve,
range.
I'll teach you a new little trick too if you don't know this one yet. On Audacity, when you get an EVP forward, play it backwards, you'll get a whole nother voice come through.
Oh,
Oh wow!
I've never
tried
done that.
No.
Okay.
I found out by accident one day. I hit the reverse button and it started playing another EVP, and it wasn't like no, it was another complete voice. It was a male going forward and was a female going backwards.
Yeah, your Tascam, your Zooms, you just got to take your filters off. We were down in the caverns over here. There's a house over here by us that
Oh, you should do
the
it.
caverns are underneath our house.
It's really
So
cool.
to enter these caverns, they're called Black Coffee Caverns. You have to go to the lady's house down to her basement, and you're in the caverns. They were a tourist attraction at one time, and then
like 60,
in
70
the
years ago.
60s, 50s, whatever. It was
Wow.
tourist attraction, and you could go down these caverns. It has sidewalks and everything. It used to have lighting. The lighting's all rotted out. It was closed for 60 some years, and then went down there. She
They're
bought
really
the house.
cool.
She cleaned all the whole pathways because all the sediment still comes down, and the
Right.
sidewalks are scraping about that much dirt and stuff off them, and got them all cleaned back up. And you can go in there for a donation.
Right
And go
on.
through these
It's
caverns.
not far from here. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So.
I'd
We were
love
in there
that.
and we did an investigation with Eric. We were filming, and we had Tascam down there. We took the filters off, and I played some Indian music down there because I figured maybe Indians stayed in these caverns back in the day. And we got Indian drum beats in the background going boom, 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 boom. And I didn't know it until I played it back. I go, we had no drums down there. Who's playing the drums? And you can hear them in the distance.
Wow,
Yeah, it was really neat.
that's cool.
Well, Steve, up there on the battlefield, you know they had a big Indian war up there way before the Civil War happened. And I caught them chanting, playing drums, and making war cries. And it wasn't from the Confederate soldiers, it was Native Americans because they were speaking in their tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
It was.
Yeah.
So you guys, we
Yeah.
hit an hour, and I know
Yeah.
you still want to talk about the bash. So tell us about the bash.
Yeah,
There's
here's
a
the
lot
poster.
added to the bash this year.
Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. Let me pull up my advertisement. I will tell you a few things and the times and the dates. So on Friday, we
July
will
the
have
24th.
Monster Mash at the Bash. So
Yes,
every
I'm
year
gonna
we
do
try
that.
to do something fun. So people are going to dress as their favorite monster, and you get it for $85. You get an amazing dinner, full Italian dinner. And then we have this year live music back. So we're going to have 2 different bands playing.
Yeah, we have. We want to thank 81 South. They're coming down there.
Yep.
Southern rock, country, western band, sort of. They're coming down, donating their time for us. They want to get back to the soldiers. And Faith Noel, she's an up and coming country artist.
Yep.
At Nashville, so she's really good singer.
Yeah. And then Cindy Kaza on Saturday from 4 to 5:30. She will be doing a gallery reading. She is charging $40 and giving a $20 per person donation back to the Bash. Isn't that wonderful of her?
Right on.
It is.
Yep.
We have the Goblin Head coming
Goblin
back this year. He wasn't there last year.
Yeah.
He's coming back this year because of health reasons. So this year he's back. He has his Green Goblin Museum.
Yeah.
If you're out, he'll be parked out in front of the Eisenhower. Go in. It's air conditioned, so it's really hot. Just go in the trailer. It'll be nice and cool in there for you. You can get pictures with the Goblin Head and everything else from Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah. Ghosts and Smokes is back. That's Frank Sinelli. They go out, whoever likes to smoke cigars, and do ghost stories and smoke cigars. A lot of the veterans like to go out and do that.
Right
And of
on.
course, we're having Urban Edge tattooing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Digital Seance will be
With
there.
Ron Lourdes.
Ron and Lourdes.
They'll be doing that. Then we have our Saturday, we have our celebrity bartending,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
which is a hit. Oh, yeah. That's, Dave Schrader be bartending. Who's the bartending people?
Dave
Where's
Schrader
Liz?
and Cindy. Here
There
you
it
go.
is. Okay, so what are the teams? Tell me.
Brian Murray and Rochelle.
Brian Murray and Rochelle are one team.
The Wraith Chasers, Chris and Mike.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Steve and Elizabeth Saint. We have Dave Schrader, Cindy Kaza, and Shane Pittman. They're a team. And John Zaffis and
Cody and Story.
Cody and Satori. They're a team. So
That's good.
whoever gets the most, whoever earns the most tips for charity, that's the winner.
They'll get the award.
Yeah. And
So-
of course, karaoke is on Saturday. Also,
Yeah,
right
which is
after.
really
That's
fun.
so
So
fun.
if you can sing, get there.
I can't sing, so maybe I will this
I
year.
can't
Everybody
sing.
will be like, "Oh, Pam, shut up."
I'll tell you what, I'm really surprised some of the people in the field that can really sing.
I can
Yeah,
sing,
Gavin Kelly,
yes.
if you know Gavin Kelly, he sings country, but he's amazing. He has out, if you go on Spotify or probably on Amazon or whatever, or whatever it is, iPhone, whatever it is,
I don't know.
their own thing, the
iHeart.
music. Yeah,
iHeart, that's it.
that's it.
Mhm.
He's got an amazing voice, and the songs he came up with are they are hits. I don't know why they're not played on radio.
So 2 weeks ago, we had about 13 rooms left between the Eisenhower and the Aspire. So you have to call 717-334-8121 to get a room reservation if you're interested.
Right on.
We got to do
And
that.
we have
Get
so
them
glad
fast
you're
before they
here.
go away.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so
Once the rooms are
excited.
gone, they're gone. Then I feel bad for some of the people because if you go in
And it's
town,
more expensive,
Yeah,
way more expensive.
way more expensive in town. Yeah, when you go.
Yeah, I think our room rates. I could be off a couple bucks. I think it's like 146.
Yeah.
That's
If you
actually
go
not
in
bad.
town, you're
for
spending
Eisenhower.
$200 a night. Easy.
Yeah,
And
that's
they give a
really good.
military discount.
Hey.
They do give a military discount.
Yep. And thank you guys for supporting veterans. Myself as a veteran, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Lee's husband's a veteran. And so we're going to represent the veterans when we come up there in July. I'm so looking
That's
forward to
Wonderful.
it.
Wonderful.
Can't wait.
Who's that
Well,
guy
I'm
that's
gonna
coming
put
up?
the poster up
Which
one
one, Karen?
last time.
Oh yeah, we have a new guy named.
Boom.
His name's Ray
Yeah.
something. Yeah, he's bringing up World War II tent and different kind of jeeps. So he's going to have a really cool historical gathering
And we
of
adopted.
that era.
We adopted another charity. Batman has closed his charity.
Really?
Yeah, he went to work for
Juvenile services.
Juvenile Services. So we adopted another one, which is Leak. Leak is up in Schuylkill County area, Pennsylvania. And what they do is they take soldiers with PTSD,
And lost limbs.
lost limbs, or anything like that. They come up with the track vehicles for them so they can get around. They take them hunting and fishing. and do sports and all kinds of sports. So they buy equipment, fishing poles, all this stuff.
Right on.
So that's who we're giving to this year.
Love it.
And from now on, they'll be with
And
us.
PA Wounded Warriors,
The
of
PA
course.
Wounded Warriors
And-
and Dana's Pink Wishes.
Dana's Pink Wishes. So everyone, please bring an
Thank you.
unwrapped toy. It doesn't matter what age, girl, boy, whatever you feel led to give. And we collect them for children whose parents have a cancer diagnosis that could not have Christmas.
Oh,
And we fill
thank
that
you
trailer
so
almost
much.
every
We do.
year. So-
Yeah, that's special to my heart too, because I'm a cancer survivor. And when I could, I would go visit the children in the cancer wing. Even when I had cancer myself, I had to go make sure that they were okay.
So you were giving them hope and they were giving you hope. So you were both
All
healing
day
each
long.
other.
Yes. Thank you, Pam.
That's great.
Love it. Love that.
So
Well, guys-
Leak will be coming down with their trailer and are bringing down the. I think they're going to bring some of the veterans with them, and not only that, they're bringing the track vehicles
Yeah.
and everything else to show people what they purchase
Mhm.
and what goes. So they'll demonstrate
Right
how
on.
they work and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
company
that is
down here in
awesome.
Alabama just started the same thing. They call it Hunters for Hope, and they do the same thing, and it's a wonderful thing. I've donated to it, and I will make sure that we donate to your charities up there too.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Well, I know
You're
it's the
taking
end
care of my
the
veterans and cancer patients, so I have to.
Yeah. True.
I don't have a choice. I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I have another show to go
Show.
to. I'm going to pop out. Lee'll close you up, but if you'll send us a video ad or whatever you want us to run,
Yeah.
we'll start running it
Yes.
on the
Yeah,
show.
let me get my one thing out of the way before we go off here. You
Okay.
guys had 1,000 choices on your entertainment tonight. You chose us. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you.
you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Steve looks forward to working and doing this podcast all the time. We always have
And
a
you just let me know anything you guys want advertising. Send it to me and Lee and Gwen. We'll share the living fool out of it
Thank
for
you.
you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We have a
Thank
group
you.
actually that shares it out. I want to buy one of the holy pods from you. So
Okay.
I'll let
So
you know
next
how we
year,
can advertise.
Will you guys do a lecture for us? You can talk about, hope through cancer and building yourself back.
More
put
than
you guys
I will be
together.
honored. I will be honored.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys.
You
If
guys
I'm going
have
to
a
pull you
great
down for just a
night.
minute.
Yep.
Yeah, if you'll hold
Thank
on in the
you.
back.
So
for us.
y'all hang on in the background. We're going to thank you personally after we go off air.
Okay, we'll stay there.
Mhm. All right, that was cool, guys. I got to
That
pop
was
off
awesome.
here, but I know you guys will close it up. I love you, and I will talk to you in a bit. Okay.
All
Later, dude.
right.
All right.
Now that was an awesome show. These guys are the best, the OGs.
They OGs like we OGs.
Yes, yes. And I can't wait to go. I've not had cancer
Oh.
like you, but I am a cancer survivor, so I'm behind this mission 100,000%.
I'm there 110%. I will gladly go up there and speak on the cancer, on
Yes.
veterans, anything they want me to talk about, spirits. I will be more than happy.
I will be on the front row going live. We'll get the message all
Yes,
the way
we
out.
will.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for giving us the ratings you have. And don't
you.
forget,
Thank you.
we are now on Roku and Fire Stick. So this should be rolling out in just about 4 days. So thank you, and please go get your tickets for the
Yes,
Gettysburg Bash.
Gettysburg Bash. Go buy tickets now. 13 left. Be one of those 13.
13 rooms.
13
Don't
rooms.
pay more. You want to be where the party is, yo.
It's we gonna be the party.
We gonna be the party. Have a
That's
great night. See you tomorrow night for Cryptid Nations.
Bye, everyone.